Biology. The video is for class 9 and I'm covering biology section of the science. The name of the very first chapter is the fundamental unit of life. So as you are aware that biology is the study of life, and we know that life is something which distinguishes a living from a non-living identity. Fine. And we are aware that living and non-living things have a different characteristics. A living thing can move, a living thing can do the various processes like respiration, breathing, digestion, excretion. It has a neural system. Okay, it is able to do all the different activities which a non-living thing cannot. Fine. So in this chapter we are going to gain the knowledge about the life and what are the things which make the life possible. So we are going to study the fundamental unit of life, and the fundamental unit of life is called cell. Okay, so we will study in detail about cell. These are the contents of this chapter. First of all, we are going to learn about how the cell has been discovered, what is the cell theory, size, shape and number of the cells present. We will also study about the type of the cells present, a difference between a pro and the eukaryotic cells, and we are also going to study the structure of the cell and all the things which are present inside the cell. Okay, but in this short video I have given you people a basic introduction to the chapter, and we will also study about the cell discovery, cell theory only. We will cover these two topics. Fine. So let's begin with the very first topic. So the discovery of the cell. The cell was first discovered in 1665 and the discoverer was Robert Hooke. Robert Hooke was a great scientist and he was the first one to discover the cell. So how he discovered the cell? He basically took cork. What is cork? Cork is basically a substance which is coming from the bark of a tree. Okay, so we can say that cork is a part or a thing or a substance we are getting from the bark of a tree. Fine. So he took cork, he made thin sections of that cork and observed that thin sections under a self-made primitive microscope. Okay, as during that time there was no compound microscope, there was no good quality of the microscope, so he observed the cork under a self-made microscope. Okay, now what he observed? He observed this. Okay, he observed that the thin slice is having many little compartments. Okay, and he called these compartments as small little rooms. Okay, and he also compared this structure with a honeycomb, as honeycomb is having small little compartments. In the same way was with the thin slice of the cork. Okay, and after doing this observation he concluded that these small little rooms are called as cell, and he discovered the cell. Okay, and he gave them a name was given cell, and the meaning of the cell is a little room. Clear? And one more thing here to be noted, that the cork is basically dead part of the plant. Okay, so we can say that Robert Hooke discovered a dead cell at the very first. Clear? So let's hope you all understood this. After this, let's go to the next slide. Now, after the discovery of the cell, many different scientists worked on the cell and they discovered the different parts of the cell, and they discovered the different things related to the cell. And the next discovery was given by Leeuwenhoek in 1674. In 1674, with the improved microscope, Leeuwenhoek discovered a free living cell. Okay, Robert Hooke discovered from the cork. Cork was the dead part, so that was a dead cell. But Leeuwenhoek observed the first living cell. Okay, and he observed that from the pond water, and it was the very first time that a living cell has been observed by someone. Fine. The next discovery was done by Robert Brown in 1831. In 1831, Robert Brown discovered nucleus. Now, what is this nucleus? Nucleus is basically an organelle of the cell, and it is the part of the cell which contains genetic material, and genetic material means DNA of the cell, that is deoxyribose nucleic acid. Okay, so DNA is the genetic material and it is present inside the nucleus, and nucleus was first discovered by Robert Brown in 1831. Fine. Next discovery was done by Purkinje in 1839, and he coined the term called protoplasm. Now, what is this protoplasm? Protoplasm is basically a fluid which is present inside the cell. We also call it cytoplasm. Okay, we also called it cytoplasm. And cytoplasm, protoplasm is the same thing. Both are the liquids which are present inside the cell. Plasm means actually a fluid, a liquid. Fine. After this, the cell theory was given. This was the major theory, and till now it has been accepted. And the cell theory was given by Schleiden in 1838 and Schwann in 1839. Okay. They together gave the cell theory, and the cell theory states that all the plants and animals are composed of cells, and the cells are the basic unit of the life. Okay, and these two biologists gave the cell theory combinedly by working together. Fine. So with the discovery of the electron microscope in 1940, it was possible to observe and understand the complex structure of the cell and its various organelles. See, cell is very small, and the organelles and the things which are present inside the cell are also very small. Fine. And to study them, we need special microscopes, and we call them as electron microscope. Okay. So let's take a quick recap of the cell theory. The cell theory contains three parts. The very first part of the cell theory states that the living things are made up of cell, and the cell is the basic structure and the functional unit of the living things. Schleiden work on plants and Schwann work on the animals. Fine. Cells are coming from the other cells. This was again a part of the cell theory, but this statement was been given by a different scientist. The name of the scientist is Virchow, and he saw that cells divide under the microscope. So he was the first one to conclude to an observation that cells divide, and after the division, the cells divide and make new cells. Fine. As you can see in this diagram also, the cells are dividing. So this was all about the discovery of the cell. Fine. In the next session, we will study about the definition of the cell and about the different size, structure of the cell. Okay. Thank you to all.